Hey guys, welcome to the season finale of the third season here at Hull. We should, hopefully within a couple of games' time, assure ourselves of our Premier League future. We would only be a single game, and even perhaps a single point away from promotion already, if we'd beaten West Brom yesterday, because the gap, rather than being 13, as it is down to them, would have been 17 down to Brentford. But unfortunately, we lost to West Brom, so we're needing to have an extra attempt at trying to get it over the line. Hopefully, after the Millwall game, we should be assured of our Premier League future, and probably Brighton will be assured of their league title by that point as well. And then we can sim the rest of the season, have a look at just a regular, normal season roundup as we usually would, and fingers crossed, give ourselves a good idea of what we want to do with the squad heading into tomorrow's episode 1 of season 4. But I'm still not sure at this stage, this particular moment in history and recording, what I'm going to do next season. And I'm going to try and work it out in my head as we approach the end of the year, and also work out, well, I'm going to need your feedback so we together can work out where to move from the first episode tomorrow. We'll wait and see how things pan out, but hopefully it shouldn't be long at all until we're guaranteed Premier League football. This is match day 31. This is match day 41, and Middlesbrough have scored 31 goals. The worst in the league. They've got 5 defenders at the back, Fletcher and Campbell up top. They weren't that low in the table, I don't think. Only about 17th, I think. They might have been slightly lower than that. I can't recall, but I think I glanced them at about 17th. So they're not necessarily that bad defensively. If you've got the worst goal-scoring record in the league, but are actually, significantly higher than 24th, then you're going to have a decent backline to go up against for any opposition. So I'm not sure who this penalty's for, actually. I didn't quite catch it. It's gone in. Who's it for? Oh, it's Bournemouth. Bournemouth, as they try and keep their very, very slight chances of automatic promotion alive. They're getting the victory that they need. West Brom will need victory too. If they both lose and we win, then that's us guaranteed promotion with just one game. But it looks like Bournemouth are at least starting off the right way. And I imagine West Brom will do the same. But it is going to happen at some point today. Our Premier League future is within reach. We've already got a hand, well, about 8 fingers on it, probably. A hand and everything, but the index finger and thumb of the other hand is well on our Premier League status for next season. Unfortunately, not a championship title, but still our Premier League status is very close. Free kick for Middlesbrough. Fraser Campbell to deliver. Deliver poorly as it happens, but still they'll get it back. Paddy McNair has the option down the line here, and he's in. Nice block by Sturyu. Bournemouth have been pegged back by Bristol City, and there was an offside in there as well, so they won't get the corner. So, as things stand, Bournemouth are moving on to 75 points. We are on 89. That would mean that there's 14 points between us and Bournemouth with 15 to play at the end of this game. So a win here would see Bournemouth out of the reckoning if they fail to win their game. West Brom, if they win their game, will remain 13 points behind us if we both win. So they still have a chance of catching us. Oh, nicely done by Ivan Toney. He's not scored many recently at all, and he's not going to get another one here. But if we win and West Brom fail to win, then I think that's us up with just one game, actually. But we are going to need results to go our way in the other fixtures for our other promotion rivals. You've just literally passed that to yourself there, Connor. That was pretty poor. So, at the minute, the Bournemouth result is going our way, but we're not doing our bit here by winning this one. But we could give ourselves a 1-0 lead here if Conor Gallagher actually kicked the ball rather than the air next to him. It's not very well delivered. Campbell into Fletcher. Back to Campbell. Wing, good block. Let's get rid of it, please. Oh, nice interception. Still the danger continues. Wing. Fletcher, 1-0 Middlesbrough. I'm not playing very good football today. You might have been able to tell at the end of the last episode, because I went from wearing a hoodie to not wearing a hoodie. between games 2 and 3 that it was a different recording session. I'm recording this on the back of recording the final game of yesterday's episode. So obviously we did really well for the majority in yesterday's video, but then the final game didn't go our way and we lost to West Brom. And it appears that form is being carried with me from yesterday's episode into today as I record the next few games. We're now 1-0 down against Middlesbrough. Bournemouth are still drawing. Brentford are 0-0. Brentford are 0-0. What about West Brom? West Brom are winning 1-0 against Preston, so it's not really going our way at all today so far, is it? But never mind. We'll crack on. Bournemouth have taken a 2-1 lead against Bristol City, so they're now winning. It's just elongating out what should be a formality. Oh, I didn't know whether that had gone in either. George Long doing well to turn it around the post. I hope what is a formality, but if we lose this, that's back-to-back defeats, and we really are stumbling, if not crawling, over the line towards Premier League football. Offside there for them. I said this yesterday. Let's crack on. Let's turn this around and actually go and get a win in this game. I don't even want to draw now. I just want to win this. I want to get the job done as soon as possible so we can concentrate on next year. Barnett. Look at the run here from Callum Elder, of all people, to maybe squeeze that home off the post, and it falls to McNair, not Ivan Toney. That sums up my luck. Slightly heavy, but Wilkes will get there. Fine, Ivan Toney's pointing for it, so I'll lift it towards him. Right, he's in. You've not scored in what feels like forever, Ivan. But you have tucked that home now. We're level at 1-1, but actually I was just about to try to turn around and go and grab the ball again. I need another one. Otherwise it's just going to mean we've got even more work to do. He's done well there. If that might be his 18th goal of the season. If it is, he's really not scored for like 3 episodes. It's his 19th. He was on 17 when Charlie Barnett was on 13. Now Charlie Barnett is on 23. And Toney has scored 2 in the time that Barnett has scored 10. That's how poor Ivan Toney has been of late. But I don't know whether it's him or me, or the fact that Charlie Barnett has just been taking all of the chances away from Ivan Toney. He's not actually had the opportunity to score the goals that he otherwise might normally have done. Oh. Ivan! Sort your life out! Ches, sort your life out. Looking for Wallace, can't find him. He keeps possession though. Lewis Potter from here, maybe. Oh, from here, yes. Lovely finish by Keane Lewis Potter. That's put us a long way closer to promotion to the Premier League. That was very well tucked away. Almost looked as if it came off the outside of his right foot. I was hoping he was just kind of going to use his instep and power it home, but the angle at which the ball flew away from him. We're going to get better around. Here we go. How did he strike that? Yeah, it was the outside of his right foot. He struck the outside of his foot, but at such an angle the ball is still spun inwards towards the goal. Such phenomenal technique from Keane Lewis Potter. That's a very good goal. One worthy of winning a game, which hopefully it will mean that we do. Lewis Potter, you going to make the run? You are. Ivan Toney into him. Oh, it's a heavy touch. It's a really heavy first touch. Look at the edge of the box, though. Greg Doherty's there. Oh, that's... I wanted to do the apology, but I didn't get the chance to put the button combination in quickly enough. Unfortunately, I mean, it's a bit wild. We were already 2-1 in front, unless that's the goal that secured Premier League promotion for us. That's harsh on Middlesbrough. I'm not sure they deserve that. A really difficult goal to concede, but they only scored 1, and to be fair, they've averaged less than 1 a game, so even getting 1 goal is probably an achievement for them. Bournemouth drew in the end. Just disappears too quick now. Brighton, haven't played, actually. That's annoying. West Brom did win, so the gap is still 13 with 15 available. So win the next game, even if West Brom win, just win the next game against Millwall, and that will be us up and confirmed as a Premier League side for next season. Ryan Sanford in goal for Millwall, McNamara, Cooper Pearce, Hutchinson, Murray Wallace, Ben Thompson, Spinelli, Jed Wallace, Michael Frey and Connor Mahoney in a 5-2-3. We know what we have to do. Win and we're up. The gap above us is the same as the gap below us. So if Brighton win, they're guaranteed the title as well. It's still mathematically possible for us to win the title. Brighton are on 104 points currently, 13 points clear of me with 15 available. But I need Brighton to lose every single game they've got left for me to stand the chance, really. Or for them to only pick up 1 point, perhaps. Actually, no, if they get 1 point, I'm not sure. Well, basically, if Brighton lose every single game and we win every single game, then we can go up as champions. But, yeah, likelihood of that happening pretty low when a side has got 104 points, isn't it, really? Let's be honest. Barnet will go one man at a time, because that should hopefully ensure that the final man in the chain has more space to get into the box and cause problems with. And pull this back. Barnet all through the legs of Sanford. Is that the goal that sends us to the Premier League? It may well be. Thompson, gimme, thank you. Solid tackle by Conor Gallagher. I said Gallagher then. He's up to 80 rated now. Actually, we have, because we've been in the Championship a second season. We actually have a pretty handy side for Premier League level already. Oh, trying to bend that and score a worldie. So we should be on paper a top half challenging Premier League side already when we go up. It's just the way of things in career mode, unfortunately, where you spend an extra year in a league, and the way that dynamic potential is at the minute, then your players just continue to surge, and you far outgrow the rest of the league that you're in. It's not quite so simple in Football Manager, as we found on stream, but not to worry. We will hopefully have a really fun first year at Premier League level. Lewis Pottery's onside here. Excuse me, Keane. I'd have, well, put a lot of money on you scoring that. Change to Conor Gallagher. Oh, it wouldn't let me change. Well, not Conor Gallagher. It was Rob Wallace that was there, wasn't it? Wouldn't let me change to Wallace. Barnet, please don't block it. Bastard, he did. 10 minutes to go till half time. Despite all of our pressing and attacking promise, still only the 1 goal. Free kick for Millwall a few minutes before half-time. Floated in and, well, headed back where it came from, actually. I was going to say well cleared, but wasn't a good clearance, was it? Jed Wallace plays in other Wallace. And Wilkes wins the header. Wallace, Wilkes. Ween Wewis Water, maybe? I don't know. Can't call everybody by W, can you? And Barnet looking for Wilkes. Lovely ball over the top. Ah, that nod in front of him just wasn't good enough. Ah. Would have been a simple second if he could have just nodded that far enough ahead of him to get in behind there, Wilkes. Right, let's see what the other results look like. Brentford are drawing, so that doesn't really matter. What about Bournemouth? Bournemouth aren't playing. Brighton are losing. Maybe? Maybe we can turn it round. They'd have to lose another 4, but maybe? You never know. You never know. Spinelli. Oh, I tried to bump him off it. It didn't really work. Here's Frey. That's a smart turn. Burke does well. Really well, actually. Right, where to go? Where to go? Where to go? Don't know. We'll just pass it sideways. Wallace. Come on, Wilkes. Off you go. Ivan Toney's so... I don't. Maybe I need to train his attacking work rate. I'm not sure what Toney's attacking work rate is. He just doesn't move enough for me. I could change his individual instructions to get in behind, but a lot of the time that doesn't work for me with my play style. Charlie Barnett's pretty good though, isn't he? Charlie Barnett is pretty damned impressive. Let me just check. Ivan Toney, what are your work rates? Medium. Yeah, maybe I'll train Ivan Toney's work rates to be high medium, and that could hopefully get us a little bit more out of him. He hit the ground running when he first joined, and then the past, well, 3 months in game, he's not really been at the races. Charles Barnett, however, banger. As was that goal. Great finish. 2-0. Frey. Oh, to Mahoney. Thank you, George. Thank you very much, George Long. Oh, dearie me. I need to improve. That's why it's things like that that have... I say that have cost us this season. It's things like that cost me every save. I'm so stuck in my ways that I just make the same sort of mistakes season after season, save after save, FIFA after FIFA. Thankfully, you guys are able to stick through that. You understand that I'm not the best FIFA player. That's not the appeal of my channel, is me being the best FIFA player. It's hopefully the entertaining content, which hopefully you still find entertaining. This series has gone down really well so far. We're still getting decent views even in the latter stages of seasons now, which normally dies off, especially 3 seasons in. So thank you very much for your continued support of this save. This is a season finale, and hopefully, well, we normally see boosts in views, don't we, with the start of a new season, especially in the Premier League, and maybe views in general will be a little bit higher for the Premier League. I thought about giving it a crack from there. Is Barnett on a hat-trick? Who scored the first goal? Was it Lewis Potter? I can't remember. Gallagher. That wasn't meant for you, Ivan. It's meant for Callum Elder. He'll put it into the middle, poorly, and it'll be cleared away. Oh, who did score the first? Was it... Who scored... It was Barnett that scored the first. Barnett with 2 so far on a hat-trick. All right, well, maybe we'll try and get him a hat-trick. He's been heavily rumoured in the comment section to be our starting striker next season, with Pinto coming in at cam. Potentially. We'll wait and see. Lewis Potter. Barnett for a hat-trick. There you go! 3 of the best. He's made them pay. Millwall get nothing. We might get promotion at full time. Sanford. Nice little dink over the top. Pierce around the corner to Cooper. And forward to Leonard. That's a decent ball. Mahoney. They're all looking for a consolation goal at the end. I wonder if they'll mention our promotion at the end of the game in the commentary. It's not... Oh, I thought he'd given a pen. Have they acknowledged it? They're on about Charlie Barnett. They're on about Charlie Barnett. Okay, not to worry. I was just curious because obviously so far I've only done the Everton save, and I can't recall actually paying attention when we got promoted out of League One. But Brentford lost to Derby. That's intriguing. They're stumbling towards the end, but with 4 games to go and 12 points available, we are assured promotion to the Premier League. We are on 94. West Brom are on 81. That's a gap of 13, and there are 4 games to go, 12 points. With 4 games to go, 12 points, we could get up to 106. It's not going to happen, is it? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's not going to happen, is it? So I will just simply skip to the end of the season, and then I will show you those results. I'll show you the league table. We'll have a full season roundup from there. I just paused it just on the off chance. I just paused this in just on the off chance that Brighton had lost their next game. They didn't. We won 2-1 against Birmingham. The gap is still 10 points with 9 points available. Congratulations, Brighton and Hove Albion. You are going back to the Premier League as champions of the Championship. GG. Right, we're here at the 31st of May, and everything has happened so far, I believe. But I've had an email, and obviously James Scott has been on the loan list for ages. But because he's there by request, I can't offer him a contract. His contract is expiring in 3 months' time, but because he's on the loan list by request, it won't let me offer him a new contract. So I am going to lose James Scott next season. Cheers then. But I guess with Barnett potentially moving forward to being a striker next year, to start at striker, with Pinto coming in, who's now 89 rated, I might... I think I'm probably going to use Pinto at cam next season for the first 6 months, just so I can play with him and see how good he is. But let's have a full, proper season roundup then, shall we? Let's have a look at competitions we were involved in, the competitions around Europe, and have a look at our squad and see what we expect to happen next year. So, Brighton ended up winning 116 points in the Championship. We got 102, though. I think that might well be my first ever 100-point haul. If you guys can recall me ever scoring 100+ points in a season previously, then do let me know. I can't remember doing so, but I'm probably wrong. West Brom, Bournemouth, Stoke and Brentford all in the playoffs. No idea as of yet who's coming up with us, although I can check, I believe. Huddersfield, Ipswich and Millwall going down. With regards to those playoffs, it's Bournemouth versus West Brom on the 4th of June. Okay. Well, let's advance 4 more days then, shall we? I thought, to be honest, once the Champions League playoff final had been played, kind of thought that the Championship would be done and dusted by then. What's that? Oh, youth scored 1 through report. We don't care about that. Right, so who's coming up with us then? Which of the of the two. It's to be, whoa, Bournemouth on penalties after a 4-4 draw. What a playoff final. A 4-4 draw after extra time. Bournemouth win 5-4 on pens. The FA Cup was won by Liverpool by 2-1. The Carabao Cup was won by Manchester United by 2-1. The UEFA Super Cup, Liverpool by 1-0 over Barca. Speaking of Barcelona, they won the Champions League in an El Clasico by 2-1. The scoreline of choice? No, not this time. Arsenal 2-0 against AC Milan. They'll be in the Champions League next year. But did they finish in the Champions League position in the league? If they did, I'm not sure what happens there. Charlie Barnett does get the golden boot for the championship with that hat-trick and any subsequent goals in the last 4 games of the season. But fair play, Charlie. Well done, mate. Crivelli second. Lewis Potter just one behind as well on 25. Joint with Crivelli. Tony there on 20. So he got a couple more, or one more at least, in the last few games. And it was just the 3 of them who were in the top 25. Assist-wise, Tony, Potter, Barnett. Tony with 16 assists. Wilkes with 11. So Tony still with a lot of goal contributions. Arguably just as, well, we'll figure it out maths-wise, won't we? But very nearly as many as Lewis Potter and Barnett combined. Wilkes with 11 assists. Any other Hull City players there? No clean sheets. George Long gets the Golden Glove. It's very rare that my goalkeeper actually does that. I'm not the best defensively, as you guys well know, but I'm happy with that. Well done, George Long. He deserves it. He's been one of the best goalkeepers that we've ever had in a save, to be honest. Liverpool win the Premier League by 1 goal. By 1 goal. Goal difference of +1 over Manchester City. Chelsea 3rd, United 4th, Spurs 5th, Arsenal 6th, Everton 7th. We will not be playing Sheffield United, Watford or Blackburn Rovers next season. They're all coming down to the Championship. In League 1, Rotherham and Blackpool are promoted up to the Championship. Fleetwood, Peterborough, Portsmouth and Charlton will fight it out in the playoffs. And going back down to League 2 is Burton Albion, Cheltenham, Plymouth and Swindon. League 2 coming up to League 1. Accrington, Bolton promoted back up again at last. And Gillingham as well. Northampton, Lincoln, Bristol Rovers and Forest Green Rovers will fight it out. Cambridge only 17th. Yay! Harrogate and Carlisle would have been relegated. I think Harrogate have finished in the bottom 2 almost every single season. In League PSG... by a long way, actually. In the Bundesliga, Bayern by just 6 points from Dortmund, Leipzig, and then Hoffenheim, Leverkusen languishing down in 5th. That's poor from them. In Serie A, it's Inter by 11 points from Juventus. That's quite the margin. Juventus drawing far too many games. Similarly, Napoli, 3 points further behind. Lazio, Roma 5th, AC Milan only 6th. Unfortunately, with only Serie A being in the game and a lack of licensing, we won't be doing a Serie A save this year. I apologise. We may well be doing a La Liga save, though. Real Madrid win La Liga with 100 points on the nose, 10 clear of Atleti, who are a point further clear of Barcelona. It will probably be Sevilla or Villarreal that I do a save with after this Hull save. Probably. Maybe Valencia. Maybe Valencia. I'm not sure. Haven't decided yet, but I think it's probably going to be a La Liga save we do after this, before then doing the youth-only career mode with probably Boro. I know there's been some call to do it with one of the German Dry Liga sides, but I'm not sure about that. Whilst it would be perhaps popular initially, I don't think long-term a German lower league RTG would actually be that popular on my channel. I apologise to those of you that would like that. But I don't think at this stage it's looking like it's going to happen. Youth development-wise, we were able to do that. Brand exposure, we got one but not the other. But screw the veteran player thing. 100%, we've done the short-term one. That should hopefully tick when we get to the end of the season. We didn't win the title, but we are up at least. And, of course, we got to the round of 16 of the FA Cup and continentally. Nothing to play for yet. Although, with the way that the side is growing and the way that we're playing, maybe next season, or at the end of the next season, we might qualify for Europe. Because look at that starting 11. 83, 80, 80, 82, 80 at the back as well. That's a top half Premier League side. That's a side that could perhaps sneak into a Europa League spot. And that's now, let alone the state that they're in growth-wise at the end of next season. This extra year in the Championship has really just given us the chance to kind of skip any relegation battle in the Premier League. I hope, anyway. I mean, I might still be in a relegation battle. You know what I'm like. Right, so who did what this season? George Long up 2 to 76. He's 29 now, but I do hope that he can continue to grow next year. His goalkeeping stats are average, but his overall play is so good. 18 clean sheets says everything there. Erberg is now up as well. Schulter, I believe... Oh, no, he turned down the loan move, didn't he? Unfortunately. He turned down the loan move to go to a Spanish side. I can't remember who it was. I apologise off the top of my head. Callum Elder, 79 rated and still growing well, up 3. He's reached his peak for now, but that should hopefully... the peak should jump next year when dynamic potential kicks in again. Fleming also reached his peak for now, but hopefully that will jump too. He's up 1 to 68. Reece Burke up 2 to 79, expecting to see some continued growth from him. Sturyu up 7 this year. 7. What a player. So good, and probably the best replacement we could have had for Jordi Device. Leo Gray is up 2 out on loan. Jacob Greaves is up 2 out on loan. McLaughlin, no growth from him, unfortunately, but ever reliable. He's just a very good defender. We'll see if he's a very good defender at Premier League level, but at the Championship, it's been hard to tell the difference between him or Burke and Sturyu whenever they're not in the starting lineup. Emmanuel Schock is injured again. He tore his hamstring in the final few games of the season and was out for 3 months. There's still 6 months left of that. He's up 1 so far this year. His growth has significantly been stunted by multiple long-term injuries. Bayer is up 3 to 74, expecting some continued growth from him. We will add DeAndre Edlin to the transfer list at the beginning of next season. We know that these two are going to be our right-backs for the considerable future. Bonds, he's been transfer listed forever. Nobody wants him. Not surprised. Andrew, only up 2 this year. I might try and send him on loan next season. Haven't decided yet. Ewing, as someone quite rightly saw in a previous episode, has grown phenomenally well out on loan at Stade Bretois. He's up 7 to 72. So as we lose George Honeywell, maybe Logan Ewing can come in and fill that role in the midfield immediately with regards to backup player. Reece Main is up 1. That's frustrating. To 67. Obviously, we're going to lose George Honeyman. He's up 2. He's going to Salzburg, of course. Greg Doherty is up 2, but his growth has been stunted by him reaching his peak again. Dynamic potential should hopefully help him crack on from there. Conor Gallagher up 4 to 80 rated. Ross Wallace up 6 to 76. He continues to grow. He's in bad form, apparently, which is obviously affecting his development plan. But, I mean, hopefully, if we can get him into good form, then he should continue to grow super well next year. Still has potential to be special. Dave Gunn up 1 to 67. Kind of a player that never really progressed as we hoped he would. Pinto, 89. His shooting is now 73. So his finishing is now 74, which means he's going to be a lot more usable in that cam role next season, which is where he'll go. I'll move Barnett to striker, and I'll look to keep Pinto at least for 6 months. Because if I sell him first window, 200 mil, I'm never going to need to do anything else in the transfer window ever again to try and raise money, am I? I'm just always going to have money. And it would just hyper-accelerate our progression from Championship Club to our title challenger. So we'll wait and see what happens there. I'll take your feedback on board as well. I obviously want to try Pinto out as an 89 rated player. But if I get bids for him, I guess it depends who they're from. But being an 89 rated player, I imagine they'll be from clubs like PSG or Bayern, etc. So we'll see. I would like to try him out for at least 6 months, though. So I might just blank reject every bid that comes in the summer and then sell him in January. We'll wait and see. Jack Barr up 2 to 70. Might send him out on loan or sell him. Probably out on loan, I guess, to be fair. He and Andrew can go out on loan and will perhaps look to buy another winger. Keane Lewis Potter up 8 to 73. What a player. Malik Wilkes up 5 to 82. Charlie Barnett up 9 to 80. Up 9. And only has finishing of 66, supposedly still. What a deadly goal scorer for 66 finishing. James Scott, who it appears we're destined to lose, up 3. Billy Chadwick, meh. Ivan Toney up 1. He's reached his peak. He's got finishing of 78. I mean, he was good. He was good. I can't deny that, can I? So Charlie Barnett is our top goal scorer this season with 27. Keane Lewis-Potter with 25. Ivan Toney with 20. 42, 40 and 36 goal contributions for each of those. Although Ivan Toney did only play 44 games, so maybe he might have been at least Keane Lewis-Potter area with the extra 7 games that he missed out on there. Malik Wilks 11 and 11. Conor Gallagher 6 and 9. Greg Doherty with 12 assists. Pleased with that. Honeyman 6 and 3. Robolis 4 and 6. So looking forward to seeing him continue to grow and build on that next season. Only 33 in the Championship of the 46 games. Similarly, Greg Doherty only played 33 as well. A number of them were obviously substitute appearances. And assist-wise, well, basically the same order, all but Ivan Toney jumping to the top. Very, very similar. So thrilled with that season. It's a shame we weren't able to win the title, but I will never, and I'm pretty sure here, I will never score 116 points in a league season with anyone ever. So I was destined not to win the title this year. I'm surprised that we even got as high as 102. That's one of my best league tallies ever, if not the best league tally ever. That will draw us to a close then for today's episode and for this 3rd season. Do let me know your feedback in the comment section for today. I'm going to record episode 1 of season 4 before you see it. So do bear that in mind. But we can see what happens. I can kind of use some of the feedback that you've given in the past few episodes for episode 1 of season 4 and then use the feedback from this episode and tomorrow's as I move forward into episode 2 of season 4. But season 4, well, the first episode of any season chops and changes with bids and player sales and player incomings perhaps as things go anyway. One thing that I did want to point out actually that I had noticed from the comment section was you guys seeing Glenn Kamara as a centre mid. He scored he was 3rd or 4th on the top goal scorer list earlier on in the season. And he's 4th. 22 goals from a centre mid. That's hard to ignore, although he is only 75 rated at 27 years of age. So I don't know if he's really worth buying. Finishing a 72 though, I don't think he's worth buying, but I wanted to make sure that I pointed out to you that I'd seen that. Solis could be a target for us actually out wide next season now as a backup to Malik Wilks and Lewis-Potter, and I may even go for Solis, but obviously we're going to be losing. I'll do it the other way. We're going to be losing George Honeyman, but we're going to be gaining Ewing. So I almost don't know what to do, really. Or where to buy or where to improve. Because I kind of want this side to have a chance. But wait and see what bids we get. That could almost decide what we do. Right, there's no need to save it again. Cheers, that's all for this one. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate your support so far on this save. Hopefully you'll enjoy Season 4 as well. I can't wait. I'll see you tomorrow.